new additions to the team from the squad that was preparing for AFCON?
Yeah, of course, you can remember that we are preparing AFCON last year, and whereby we named the 21 players that were to help us in the championships. Of course, this time round we had many possibility to select the players from the school games, to select the players from the WPL, to select the players from the Division 1 league that we currently have. So it has been a work since our last camp in November last year. So until now we have managed to get good quality players. Like today you can see we have a player like Elizabeth Katungwa from Kwale Girls, and she's forming her first debut in the national team. We have a player like Tumaini Waliaula from Trans Nzoia. So this camp has always given us the opportunity to bring in new players. Also we have Cynthia Matekwa from Nyuki Starlets. So we have given new good players in terms of their skills that they have been working within their clubs and within the school games and the Division 1. The only thing as a coach that I should emphasize on is to try to improve their intensity in terms of their technical qualities, because they have the skills, but the intensity of how to try to play in, for example, in tight situations, this is what I have to improve to these players. And until now, the realization that I'm trying to develop now is their playing conditions in terms of the quickness, in terms of the reading the situation of play, and that they can perform more football actions in specific positions in the field. So this is the situation that until now I'm working with, because majority of these players, it's a good blend of young players, giving all the girls opportunity across the country, those who have done well in their specific school championship and Division 1 and WPL. So this is what we have done. We have called 39 players in camp. You can see a player also like Winfred Seda from Viga, the goalkeeper, getting also a first debut. So this is what we have tried to create a squad that can have the depth as Olympic qualifiers is concerned.
Coach, you are missing most of the veterans. Do you feel it will be a letdown for you, starting with a fresh blood?
Yeah, I think the team building situation gives the variation of all the players. All the players have equal chances. Of course, we have, if you go statistically and read, you will see we have played over 40 international matches. I can say both the experience and the youths have equal chances. For this scouting situation that we had, I think we have, if you look also, we have a variant of players here, like Dorcas Kobesh is there. If you look at a player like Tumaini Waliaula, what kept her away from the national team was her documentation, but she has the quality to push the team to the level that it is at the moment. So I think for the impact players that we can call them, that we call the veterans, we have it here covered already in terms of what we need to achieve at this moment. So it's a team building process, and you can see we are patient always with the players. We give them the equal opportunities in terms of bringing in new players. Maybe the missing link that made us not to qualify for the AFCON last season. You remember we beat Equatorial Guinea 2-1 here, we lost there 2-0. So you can see I bring a player like Stella from Gaspo, and also Lucy from Mathare United. So I try to look in terms of the team building process and the refreshing of the team, because also it's essential always to ensure that every player has a competitor, because it's about competition for the position. At the end of the day, we need the best players in the national team. It's only unfortunate that we have some of the players that we called with injuries. You can realize a player like Winket Kari, a very good player. Although she's having an injury, we have a player like Elizabeth Wamboi from Gaspo also injured. You see, these are players that give us the depth in the squad. And also, apart from Winket Kari, we called also Winnie Kanyotu from Gaspo. So these are the players that, of course, we believe they have been working sufficiently within the league, and they have been demonstrating their potential in what they are doing. So the most important thing, and I want also to commend our leadership, is the players that have been called in camp and they are injured. The federation has also taken a step. They'll be going under a medical checkup so that they can ascertain their injuries. because sometimes a player can get injured over the WPL. We know the capacity of our clubs, for example, in terms of medication. These are the responsibility that I think we have proposed it for the federation. A player like Winket Kanyotu can go to, Winket Kari can go through an MRI to ascertain the level of injury, then he can be with us again. So I think as a coach, I'm really confident with the pool of players that I have now, 39 players. And the only belief is to try to ensure that we maximize their playing conditions so that they can be competitive ahead of our match against Malawi on 28th of August.
One last question. What are some of the lessons you've learned from the men's team in AFCON?
Yeah, I think the lessons is we are qualifying to the tournaments that are on cards, which is something very good. It was a strong motivation that Harambee Stars could qualify for AFCON in Egypt. The reality of the situation is we are trying to compete at the highest level possible. So you see they win against Tanzania, which is a big step. There are some teams which did not win. So sometimes you have to appreciate the little things of working. Of course, you could see at the end Algeria and Senegal playing in the finals. I think it gives us the parameters as national team, as Harambee Stars, as Harambee Starlets, to ensure that we prepare sufficiently to carry play to our opponents. So in this situation, I think my lessons also from the Africa Cup of Nations is the preparation has to be maximized. And that's what I'm doing now with my players, to try to develop their mental attributes. Because technically, our team was even stronger than other teams over there. So it's just a matter of developing the mental attributes of our players, and this is what I'll be working with my players at Harambee Stars at this moment. Because the technical skills, the qualities is there if I increase the intensity. So the only thing is about the mental attributes, which also brings about the impact about reading the game, keeping your concentration situations in terms of the set pieces. So these are the situation as a coach that I think is the learning moments. And going in this way, I believe we'll have our players sharp enough for the qualifiers.
One last.
Do you have some girls who maybe have participated in the Chapadimba na Safaricom competition, maybe in season 1 or season 2, who have qualified in the...
Yeah, of course, you can notice that now we have a proper scouting that we are doing across the country in all the sanctioned tournaments, leagues across the country. So you can see a player like Judith Osimbo. She was the best goalkeeper in the Chapadimba, and we are with her in this camp. So I think it's enormous quality that we're having across the 39 players, and this shows that every player, as long as he's showing the potential, have the equal possibility to be at Harambee Starlets.
Coach, you have most of your players scouted from the league, but they have never played internationally, and you have to work with them with the national, with the senior team. They have never played for the under-20. The likes of Waliaula, she's never played for the under-20 or even the under-23. But you've given her the chance to be in the senior team. What are you going to do within the span of time that you have to make sure that these players do not get stage fright, so to say?
Yeah, it's a good question, and for this situation, you can see a player like Tumaini Waliaula. Of course, she hasn't played any international debut, even for the under-20s, but you can realize she has scored over 20 goals in the WPL. So this is something that also I should recognize as a coach, give her the opportunity. The only big step that now I have to see is that our team manager at the moment is working hard to get us the international friendly matches. I have to see her in the normal situations. Like on the cards, there's possibility that you can play a friendly match against Mozambique. So this is something that the office is working towards, the possibility to have at least 2 international friendly matches, so that I can rate this kind of players that have not gotten the opportunity to play an international match. But for me as a coach, it's just to motivate them, because once we give a player a call-up in the national team, it means there's something good that she's doing. So as a coach, I try to keep her mental attributes to play her game, and of course to try just to show that he has the potential to overcome the opponent once he gets a chance.
Thank you so much.